Freaking giant claymore going down with him. Jeez. Faith of Relor, Faith of Codex. Characters, houses, religion. Fire represents life, and heat. Positive side of the dualistic religion is Andes's being the god whose name should not be spoken at death, associated with death, cold, and darkness. Priests are representative of Relor and are very widespread and powerful in the east. Religion originated in Nashai, the most eastern point of the world, spread throughout. Father, the mother, the crone, the warrior, the this thing, that thing, the other thing. Hey, lots of text that I'm not going to narrate. Okay. She's pissed at me. I'm not even going to bother. I like this area, though. I wish my house had a God's Wood. Little section of forest. How long have I been going? Huh, it helps to turn the stopwatch on. Usually. Da-da-da-da-da-da. These guys are glued to the ground. I can't shove them. Hey.
Ah, Alistair. There you are. Please leave us. So, you're not too unsettled by the situation here?
I spoke to Eliana. She has still not accepted my absence.
That's not surprising. She has suffered much since you left. She had toughened against the pain. But now that you are back, she would not know how to react.
I understand her anger. I pray for things to improve with time.
You are not the sole cause of her unhappiness. As I told you, Ileana took over managing the lands when your father began to fade. She moved heaven and earth to try to get River Spring out of this mire.
Our family has always served House Lannister with loyalty. What have they done to help us?
For 15 years your father refused to speak with them. But after his death, Ileana requested an audience with Queen Cersei Lannister. The audience did not go well, and the Queen will only help us once River Spring has a new lord at its head. So your sister worked towards this end. River Spring has belonged to House Sarwick for generations. Ileana has refused to marry a lord from any other house. So, the Queen has chosen a man for your sister.
Who is it?
Valar, your father's bastard son. Your half-brother.
Valar?
Breeding!
I left Westeros hoping never to hear that name again. It is out of the question for my sister to marry him. He shares our blood. How can the Queen condone a marriage which goes against nature?
You realize that if Ileana were to wed another lord, she would take her husband's name. Being a bastard, Valar has no family name. It was the only solution to keep River Spring for House Sarwick.
Why choose Valar for a suitor? What does the Queen want?
From what I heard, while accompanying your sister to King's Landing for her audience at court, Valar distinguished himself through his exploits. I know that the Queen enjoys surrounding herself with strong, devoted men. That is the case for Valar. By giving him this gift, she ensures his loyalty and increases her power.
But Valar was just a squire when he went off to war with me. It would take more than that to be a suitor worthy of our name.
Seeing him return alone from the war, your father blamed him for your disappearance. No matter how much Valar claimed to work for the prosperity of House Sarwick, your father wouldn't hear any of it. He cursed him and chased him away from River Spring for good. Your half-brother was mad with rage and left seeking vengeance. Apparently, he spent several years at the Citadel, using education to compensate for his low birth.
A maester cannot become a lord.
He never became maester, but stopped at the rank of acolyte. He learned the art of war, studied the higher mysteries, and forged links. He was then thrown out of the citadel several years later for studying the forbidden arts. He's been a sellsword ever since. His reputation spread quickly, and royal ears heard of him. In 2 years, he went from simple soldier to the Queen's Guard. He moves in the shadows. The nobles of the court fear him.
Valar. He has taken too much from me already. I cannot just stand by while he marries my sister.
There is something else of which we should speak. I would have liked to spare you this. I do not believe that your father's death was an accident. There are certain indications that lead me to believe that he was poisoned.
Are you sure?
Believe me, Alistair, I know this subject. The Strangler is a difficult poison to detect, but it leaves certain traces that cannot be caused by anything else.
And you have no idea who it could have been?
I am not certain, but there are rumors of a possible culprit.
Tell me who it is.
This may overwhelm you, but the rumors say that it is your younger brother, Gawain.
Gawain? He was but a child when I left.
He and
15
Lord
years,
Raynor
buddy.
had some serious quarrels, and he disappeared on the very night of your father's death. We've had no news of him since.
Why? Why would he have done such a thing?
Maester Harwin, the people are rebelling. Rioting has broken out throughout the town.
With all of this festering discontent, it was only a matter of time before this happened.
Tell me, does the River Spring Guard have the situation under control?
For now, they are securing the entrances to the castle. Barricades protect us from a direct attack. But the streets are inaccessible to us. We have too few men. The guard is overwhelmed.
Who is behind this revolt?
Some guards mentioned a man, a certain Tyrek, who seemed to be leading the rioters. They appear to have gathered at the market.
How did things get this far out of hand?
Well, the lords left the castle after the burial, with their fine clothes and all, whereas the villagers are starving. All of this flaunted wealth must have pushed them too far. Everything erupted. The villagers began to attack the lords, taking them hostage.
You said that the revolt is being led from the main square. We must go there immediately.
Captain
they're
Ryman
not too
says
bothered
that
by
it's
the rioting.
impossible. Our men are barely managing to keep them at bay at the castle doors. There are not enough of us to attempt an escape.
Where is Captain Ryman?
He is at the doors. He's the one that ordered the barricades.
7 hells! If Ryman deals with it, the revolt will end in flames and bloodshed.
River Spring has already suffered too much. I must join Ryman. River Spring needs me. I will not watch our land fall into ruins without acting.
Very well, but I beg you to be careful. You are a Sarwick. Act as a liege, Lord Alster, and know that your acts will have consequences.
I will do what must be done.
I am sure you will.
Oh, there we go. Finally. I mean, not too... Hey, thank you. Steward. I have an old worn Blocklord. I need a cutting thing. Dagger, preferring cutting old worn sword. I'm gonna buy this if I can. Oh, it's cheap. Oh, everything is dirt cheap aside from these arrows. Give me this. I want to buy one. Yes. Thank you. No. Hey, inventory. This is not my weapon. This is my weapon. Is this... I don't need a crossbow. There we go. I have a stabby stab weapon now, or a slicey slice. You know, there is a riot, and, you know, people, townspeople, trying to get the doors open. You're in plate mail. You've got a sword. You could be helping. Woo! says me.
We can't get close. We should be able... Well, well, look who's here. Dear Alistair. What have you come for, my good cousin?
I hope you're thinking more clearly than you were earlier.
I have no lessons to learn from a coward.
Let's not start that again. Ryman, I did not come here to fight with you. What can you tell me of the situation here?
We've almost regained control of the southern part of town. My soldiers are about to clean it out. But in the marketplace, there are still skirmishes between rioters and people loyal to our cause. Nobles who came for the ceremony are still being held hostage by rebels on the docks in the northern part of town.
Very well. Let's go, Ryman. I want to see this for myself.
Really? His lordship would like to see this for himself? Well then, I'd be happy to accompany you to see this. I cannot wait to see you reason with this gang of peasants. I hope that blade at your belt is not just for decoration. Here, take my flask. You might need it.
Open this damn gate!
What happened to you? Hey, character page, Relore, flaming weapon, regenerator of heat, accelerated combustion. Yay. No. How do I need to... I want to... How do I do this on myself? Can I target my ally here? Oh, forget it. Hey.
We'll die of hunger! Have the gate opened, or we'll set fire to your cursed castle!
Calm down. There is no point in going to such extremes. I am aware that things are not going well here, but burning down the castle won't make things any better.
So, what do you
Also,
suggest?
kind of difficult.
We are starving!
As the son of the late Lord Sarwick, I will ensure that the castle's food reserves are distributed as soon as order has been returned.
The Sarwick's personal supplies? That just might do. Come along, men! Let's go home!
Yay!
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
I am a negotiator. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Clive, bloody lowborns.
Oh. Hi, how's it going? Whoa. There we go. Burn! You're on fire, buddy. Fierce as a Wolverine. Interrupt. Whatever he just did, I don't like it. Yay, you're immobilized. I'm running over here. Ah, leave me alone. Blarg. Oh, okay. And do this again. Wham. Clubbed you.
Many men of the Watch are dying today.
There are so many people, and they are so well organized. Too organized for a simple rebellion.
Sure. My armor is not cutting it. Also, there's the guys in... How are these guys in plate mail being killed by these peasants?
Keep away.
Stop
We're
that.
just returning the town is
Stop that.
ours now.
Oh, that has limited charges. Stop that. Cancel. Okay. Keep raising your sword. That'll help. Do that. Aha. Chop.
We hadn't planned on killing him, my lord. It was just to teach him a lesson.
I understand your anger, but I will not accept such behavior inside these walls.
The Father watches over you.
You don't got nothing to say?
I knew I could count on you.
Oh, okay.
The fight is not over, my boy. Try to find some place where you can make yourself useful.
Get those pointy shoes and put them to work. Oh, hey. Dude. Leather boots. Light. Yay, they're better. Wear them. Okay. You can't tell I'm wearing them, but I'm totally wearing them. Oh, a lot of guys down here. Psst.
My God, are those my men? What are you doing here?
Captain, there are rebels everywhere. We had to hide here to get away from them. With only crossbows, we wouldn't have lasted long against a horde of peasants armed with pitchforks.
Are you men of the guard or not?
But it's an enormous crowd, armed to the teeth in the marketplace.
We will attempt to resolve the situation, but I will need your help. Go and position yourselves high on the roofs and balconies with a clear view of the square.
At your command, my lord.
Crossbowmen up high? I quite like that idea. It will lend weight to our argument.
They will not fire, Ryman. Our sole objective is to make the villagers see reason.
Yay, coin received. See, I came out there and I went this way. Looks like I could go that way too. Oh well. Let's go this way.
You are completely mad. Nothing good will come of this revolt.
Dough
You better
ball.
think well, Baker. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Please, Preston, just listen to yourself. We've lived in the same town since we were little.
What's going on
That blacksmith's
here?
pretty beefy.
Attacking the castle guards wasn't enough for you. You have to fight amongst yourselves, too.
Ah, there are the guards. Milords, we are faithful to House Sarwick, and we're trying to calm them, but it's impossible to make them listen to reason.
Traitors! You wish to continue living in squalor and eating only what the lords shit out?
Silence!
Such language.
I am the son of the late Lord Sarwick. Who is behind this revolt?
He's a merchant who works at the port, goes by the name of Tyrek. He's well respected by the people of River Spring.
At least he's one of ours. He suffers with us and fights with us. He's the only one who's dared to act while we die in squalor.
All they need is food.
understand. I will ask that food from the castle be distributed, but first you must stop this revolt.
You would do that? Swear by the Seven, and we will put down our weapons.
Swear by
The Seven
Rylor.
are not my gods. I swear to keep my word by the divine light of R'hllor.
I know nothing of your god, but I trust your word.
The people will never be abandoned again. Trust me.
I'm a negotiator.
I was so afraid the situation would get out of hand.
Unfortunately, River Spring has seen too much of its own blood these last hours.
Tyrek promised them